Hey guys, it's Sayla with Vega, and welcome back to another Vega Monday playbook. Last week, I actually showed you guys our client deliverables feature and walked you through a couple examples. And this week, I want to show you how you can customize your client deliverables. So that way they will match your firm's branding and your specific workflow. So let's go ahead and jump into branding. So here I am on my Vega homepage, and I can just come to my profile right here and select firm. And then I'll come and select branding. And as a user with admin privileges, you can customize your firm's logos, colors, and fonts right inside Vega. So you can see we have a specific hex color code, and your firm may use a particular font family, and your logo is displayed exactly as intended. But if you would prefer to go ahead and email us all of your brand guidelines, we can go ahead and apply those for you in your Vega account. And once all of these elements are set up, every client deliverable Vega creates will automatically follow your firm's brand guidelines. So we'll have your horizontal and square logos, we'll have your primary and secondary colors, as well as your text color and your heading and body fonts. And that way, every deliverable stays consistent. So now I'll jump back over to Vega and I'll show you how to create a client deliverable. We'll just come and select chat here, and then we'll come and click create deliverable. And this is our client deliverable card. And everything you enter here gives Vega more context, helping it generate a better final document. So the first step is to select your template. And as you can see, this is our growing list of client deliverables with many more in development. And if your firm has a specific workflow or deliverable that you'd like to create, our team can work with you to build a custom template designed around the way that your firm works. So that way, instead of changing your process to fit the software, Vega adopts to fit yours. And for this example, I'll show you how to create a tax planning review. And as you can see on my right-hand side, some instructions will vary based on the template you chose. So it's good for you to review them every time so you know what will be the best inputs for this deliverable. And next, we need to link our contacts and households. And this is an easy step to overlook, but it can make a big difference. So for example, if I'm linking my contact, Robert Henderson, I don't want to forget to link the Henderson household. And by linking the household, Vega has access to notes, tasks, workflows, meeting recaps, or if you have any integrations with planning and investment software for both individuals. And it allows it to generate a more complete and accurate client deliverable. So we'll go ahead and link our Henderson household. And next we have additional instructions. And this is where you can tell Vega exactly what you'd like to focus on. So for example, you can ask it to emphasize retirement planning or summarize investment performance or keep the language concise for your client. And when creating a meeting recap, you can tell Vega exactly what meeting you want it to pull from. So this tool really allows you to easily tell the deliverable what you want to focus on without the labor of adjusting it all yourself. And finally, as you can see, our documents tab here, we can go ahead and add our documents and tax returns for our client. We'll just go ahead and click open and upload. So you can give Vega PDFs, Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, portfolio reports, and more. And the more relevant information you give, the better it can tailor the final deliverable. So let's go ahead and generate this document. And it should take around a minute or so to load. And as soon as it's done, I'll be right back. All right, and we're loaded. So I'll go ahead and close this so you can see it in a larger view. But before I show you how to send this to a client, let's just say you'd like to edit it, and I'll take you through a couple different ways you can do that. So first way you can edit is you can edit by modify with chat. So you just click this here. And let's just say in my summary, I don't really like this sentence. Source coverage is strong because the complete return and supporting W-2 brokerage, dividend, and K-1 records were reviewed. So I don't really think my client needs to see that when I send this. So I'll just say, remove the comment on sources and focus more on actual tax planning items in that paragraph. And we'll go ahead and send that. So now Vega will take a minute or so to load, and you can see it's updating the tax planning snapshot. And then here, you'll see it's updated. It removed our comment on sources. And another way you can edit is by edit manually. So you would just click this block here, and let's just say you wanted to specify that this was for Emma, their child. So you just put here, Emma, and you'd hit save. And it's adjusted here. So now I'll also show you can edit any of your badges. And how you do that is you would just hit edit block. And let's just say you thought this was low, and you'd put a neutral badge variant and hit save. And it's updated. And another great thing is that you can see all the sources that Vega is pulling from for each section. So we have our sources badge here, and you can see all the sources as well as any official website like the IRS website. So we'll go ahead and close out that. And now we'll come to our compliance review, and we'll check that here. So you can see we're at no risk. The content is well structured and compliant. But if Vega ever detects any level of risk, you'll see something such as high risk, medium risk, low risk, and then it'll give you an analysis and a recommendation based on that. But we're at no risk, so we can close out of this now. And last thing I'll show you is you can manage the deliverable. So you can change your title, you can change who it's prepared for, prepared by, or prepared on. And looks like we're good here, so I'll hit save. And now we'll send it to our client. So you'll just hit export and then PDF, and then it will load at the top of our screen here. And we'll go ahead and click it. And now you have a clean, client-ready deliverable. And once again, it will be your logos, your colors, and your fonts all embedded into this document. And last thing I'll show you is how you can present. You would just come here and click present. And that's all for the tax planning review. And then last thing I'll show you is how you can create a client deliverable on any page in Vega. So we'll go ahead and navigate to my recent meetings, and we'll just pull up this meeting here. Now, when I open the Vega chat on any page, it will know what page I'm on, who my clients are, and what it's referring to. So for example, I would just come and click new chat here, and it's already linked to my contacts. So now I would just come and click my actions button and click create deliverable. And so I'll show you, we'll create a meeting recap. Here my contacts and households are already linked. And in my additional instructions, it already knows what meeting I want it to refer to for this deliverable. So we'll go ahead and generate deliverable. And as soon as it's done loading, I'll be right back. All right, and we know we're done loading now because we have this icon here and it says deliverable ready, open in full view. So we'll go ahead and open it here. And this is our meeting recap. And same thing as last time, you can edit with modify with chat. You can edit manually all of your badges, your sources. You can check your compliance review, and you can still manage deliverable here. And now we'll go ahead and send it. We'll export as PDF. It will load here. And as you can see, we have our meeting recap. And same thing as last time. This will have your brand, your logo, your colors, and your fonts. And we'll go back. And last thing, we'll present. So that's all for the Vega Monday playbook. Thank you guys for following along, and I'll speak to you next week.